Hey folks, I'm Dutch Doll. I'm the host of Dutch Doll Discussions. How you doing today? It's beautiful and sunny here. I'm doing pretty good. Not that you fucking ask, not that you fucking care. But today we're going to talk about the voices in my head and see what they got to say. I opened the New York Post this morning. Another innocent child was shot in the city of New York. What the fuck, people? Kick back, relax, stay around for the next 15 minutes. Put your feet up, crack open a beer. Remember to share, like, and subscribe. Later.
This fire won't go out, though just a flicker it may be. Shifting through the shadows to a vision we can't see. Hold fast to one another. We will stand stranger to brother.
Yes, another child was shot in the city of New York. This time in Queens. Young teenage girl was at her house. In the house, mind you. Sitting at the table doing her fucking homework. Of all places. It's hard enough to get a teenager to sit down and do their homework. Now this teenager's sitting down doing her homework and catches a stray round through the door. The parents of the victim said Mayor Adams' approach on crime is laughable. Absolutely fucking laughable. Not fucking, but I threw that in myself. Imagine that. Your kid's at home. Sorry, got an itch. Doing their homework. Nice and quiet at the kitchen table. No loud rap music or rock music. Not out there smoking crack, doing coke, smoking marijuana, just causing general mayhem. They're actually sitting there doing the right thing. Yeah. And they're in there, right along, doing their homework, like as innocent as can be. There's a spray of bullets in front of the house. It's hard enough you can sit down and get your kid to do their homework and study. This is a whole nother excuse for them. I can't sit in the kitchen and shoot. I'll do my homework. I might get shot. It's the 80s all over again, people. We have one person to blame. Well, we have a couple people we can blame, but one guy who started this whole downfall of New York City. We had a utopia. Actually, you could walk through the city and the streets of New York and not have a worry of what was going to happen. Because when you look behind you, there was always a New York City policeman doing his fucking job. Now, those handcuffs are on. Now what do we have? Anarchy. Absolute fucking anarchy. Anna-fucking-key. He claims to be a New Yorker. I don't fucking think so. This guy went into a pizzeria and used a knife and fork to eat his fucking pizza. That's not a fucking New Yorker. In New York, we get the fold. You know, it's our thing. But using a knife and fork, I don't care. Listen, I'm approaching the New Yorkers today. If you're from another state, I'm sorry you're gonna hear this, but that's not a way to eat a fucking pizza. Sorry. Now, this young 15-year-old girl, Tamima Samira, sophomore at Bronx High School, was at her house at 11 p.m., sitting at the kitchen table, doing her homework. And she was struck with a stray round in St. Albans, Queens. Reports say 20 rounds were fired and one found their way through the door. But what were these guys doing? Who were they shooting at? Somebody in the neighborhood needs to be either put on witness protection or taken into custody and arrested because he's not a good person. If they're going that far to kill him, he's not a good person. And the people that committed the violence, to them it was just another day. It was Tuesday. Because the way the city gun laws are being enforced, it's fucking ridiculous. It's laughable. I'm going to take Tamira's words herself. Laughable. Matter of fact, she goes on to say that in her high school debate team, they constantly make fun of Eric Adams. Constantly think he's a joke. You know what? I thought there might be some help coming with Mayor Adams being an ex-cop. He's not retired, he's an ex-cop. To fix what de Blasio fucked up. Apparently, he's part of the problem too. If you can't be part of the solution, don't be part of the fucking problem. Alright, Eric? Huh? I went for calling you Your Honor. Now we're down to Eric because that's how retarded you are. Now, the idiot Big Bird, we used to call him Big Bird on the job, did not ruin the city by himself. He had help. He put key members into the city council to help destroy the NYPD. And this bitch right here, had everything to do with it. That asshole's name is Melissa Mark Vivito or something like that. She's a Puerto Rican girl. I forgot what borough she's from. But she was big up in arms when she had to get a what are those guys called who Grand Marshal for the Puerto Rican Day Parade, and she got a known terrorist movement leader who resorted to violence against the police department to head up the Puerto Rican Day Parade a couple years ago. I mean, seriously, not like ripping the rug out from under the police department's feet or legs, right? Just let them fall flat on their faces, because it's not the cops that are the problem. Chile de Castro, the cops are not the problem. It's the lawmakers. It's the people in leadership positions that are the fucking problems. Stop going after the fucking cops. We don't have discretion anymore, Chile. I cannot choose not to arrest you. If you commit a crime and it's a must-arrestable offense, you must be arrested. I mean, look at those cops I just showed. Walking through the city streets. That's a government building. There's graffiti all over. Fuck the pigs. Fuck 12. It's kind of ridiculous. And you say the city's improved? No. The city is in fucking chaos. And we know where the auditors stand. We know this because there have been 3 fights offered. And every one of them, the auditor backed out of. I accepted Glenn Ciro's challenge. I trained for 6 months for that fight. What'd the coward do? He fucking backed out. Then a city cop, either Everett or Seattle, said, I'll take your fight in uniform while he was on duty. Let's do this. Sign it right now. Let's go. Give me the waiver. Let's go. And Glenn pussied out, never came back with the waiver. Then Captain Goo of the Ironton Police Department said, let's get it on. She was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. Where are you, Chili? Where are you? You backed out like the fucking pussy you were. So we know where the auditors stand. We know the cops are going to put the metal behind it to meet them. We're going to bring the heat to the street, guys. But no. Glenn Ciro wouldn't take his chances with me, and I was still recovering from a heart attack. Are you serious, Glenn? Are you serious? What position are you on now, Glenn? Where are you? What rock are you hiding on? Chili, you're on the fucking run. Yeah, it's a bench warrant. They may not extradite you. They may extradite you. It's entirely up to the Ironton judicial system. But you cannot keep coming after cops, asshole. They're going to hit back eventually and take the gun and throw it in the fucking river because you're not going to be any good with it. Cops go through hours and hours of training. Months of training to handle that thing. What are you going to do? But seriously, what are you going to do? You have no idea what... Do you even know what end of the gun the rounds come out of? I'm not going to explain it to you because maybe I'll get lucky. You're pointing towards yourself and end all our problems. But now we get this girl in Queens, sitting home at home, studying, doing her homework, and she catches a stray round. This is becoming... We're going back to the 80s here, people. If you hear shots, grab your kids, go to your bathtub. Lay in the bathtub. You may get lucky. We're not doing earthquakes. Don't stand in the doorway. Get in the fucking bathtub. Trust me, it'll stop around. But, yeah, we live in a utopia. This is kind of crazy. This girl did nothing. She's 15 years old. What did she do? She's not gang-related. She's got no arrest record. She's not a juvie. She's never been to baby bookings. No police contact. Mayor Adams. Eric, what the fuck? Seriously. A round goes through her door and strikes an innocent. Well, in gang we used to say something when I was in gang. One gang member kills another gang member. It's a misdemeanor murder. They both adapted themselves to the lives. They knew it was a risk they were going to take by becoming a gang member. They knew they'd be an open target. The problem corrected itself. Today's perpetrator, tomorrow's victim. But then you got Mayor de Blasio taking plain clothes away. And Eric Adams reinstilling the plainclothes units, but not taking the best cop for the job. He's trying to keep it racially biased. They took more minorities onto anti-crime. Listen, Yellow, brown, black or white. Who gives a fuck? As long as you can do the job and you're good at it. Now you're kicking yourself in the ass. Mayor Adams should be kicking de Blasio in the ass for him forcing all the old-timers off. The guys who brought the city to heel. Because anybody from my class is gone. They'd have 26 years on the job. They are fucking gone. So all that street knowledge is gone. The department is at a disadvantage now. But you got rid of organized crime. You wanted to integrate them into the detective bureau. No. What the fuck? I mean, it's not working. It's looking at the store and the crime scene photos, it's not fucking working. I counted no less than 3 rounds in that door. 3 fucking rounds. 3 rounds out of 20. Where are the other 18 rounds? There's 17 rounds. Where are the other 17 rounds? Where did they go? Your Honor. Hold some people accountable. Hold the city council accountable. City of New York, hold your politicians accountable. Don't get on the board with these fucking idiots, these auditors and frauditors and taking the fight to police. No, the police are a tool. You change the law. You change the laws. We abided. We obliged you. We enforce the laws you tell us to enforce. You want the laws that look, marijuana's legal now. You took it off the books. It's legal. Nobody's got a problem with that. Maybe that was the start of the problems. I don't know. I know people who are recreational marijuana users. I don't have a problem with them. I don't see them out there in the street grinding for a corner. This is my corner. You can't sell here. Frankly, I don't give a fuck. Whatever you do in the inside of your house, I don't care. As long as you're not operating a motor vehicle or handling a firearm, I do not care. But really, you need to get back to some hard, old-school policing. I mean, I was just the guy doing his fucking job, right?
It's an act of lunacy, General Shah. Personally, I think you're a fucking idiot.
I'm inclined to agree with Sean there. Mayor Adams. Eric, you're a fucking idiot. Seriously. And if things keep going the way they're going, I'm kind of inclined to agree with Tom there, too. I mean, seriously, what are we handing the whole thing over? Are we going to make this Escape from New York? You know, like, is that what we're going to do? Is that what we'll do? Or are we just crossing over into the Twilight Zone?
You're traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone.
Seriously, folks. We're in the fucking Twilight Zone right now. Stop holding the cops accountable. Hold the politicians accountable. Climb that ladder. It's like we did in the police department. Catch a dealer, go up to a source. Nobody's climbing. They're stopping at the cops. You're looking in the wrong direction. This poor girl got shot for no fucking reason. She was at home bettering herself. Bettering herself. Not taking away from anybody else. No. High school, studying hard, trying to get a scholarship to a school. Her father's in one of the videos. Her father's out there talking to the press. They think you're a joke, Mayor. Just like we thought Big Bird was a joke, Your Honor. And the bitch he married was a joke. 535 inches of gunplay since the start of the new year. Oh, we're killing it out there. The NYPD's making a difference. Might as well keep everybody locked in the barn. That's the station house. Have them jerk off and do fucking... Because crime fighting has gone the way of the dodo bird. Everybody's retired. Nobody can even teach the kids. Your best bet is to call the street crime guys back. Have them come and give lectures in the academy. How to develop probable cause. How to make a stop. How to make a collar stick. Call gang guys back. Call old school legendary anti-crime guys back. Seriously, what the fuck? Are you that dense? The city is burning and you're laughing.
Outside, I want you to give them something hard and fast from what I hear. They're not like you two. Excuse me, like you used to be. Don't discourage them. Let them burn out naturally.
Croissant?
Hey, what is this, some sort of cruelty joke?
No. We're not working with these two assholes.
Listen, man, we're not exactly thrilled about slowing down ourselves.
I'm working with a handicap.
Hey, handicap this.
Hey! Teach them everything you know. I want them to be the best of the worst. Don't let me ever find you doing any things they teach you.
Hey, how can we teach them what we know when we don't even know what the hell we know?
And even if
And guys, I know I got cops that watch this from NYPD. I know you guys got a fight ahead of you. I know I got some new rookies that watch this. Some of the guys I work with who could tell you how it was. You know, what we did to take the city back. All of a sudden, 3 lawsuits don't sound that fucking bad, does it? No! No! We were taking the city back from the crack epidemic. And when I was in a hands-on unit, a really hands-on unit, I didn't get one. It was the weirdest fucking thing. The low-key patrol units is where I got them. But when I was in the fucking full force let's get it done unit, I got 3. Who would fucking think?
And the hits just keep on coming.
People want the crime rate lower? That's great. Well, let's go to where the problem started. It started at City Hall. And if you want to go beyond that, it started with the people that voted these people in. Seriously. Giuliani got in. He was a Republican. New York City's primarily Democrat. But you may need a Republican with a pair of balls to get in there and fix this fucking problem. You better fix it most fucking Ricky Tick, too. Because you ain't going to have anything left. Nothing. Real estate value is going into the toilet in New York City. Manhattan's always going to be high priced. Always. But the outer boroughs, and you think, I got people come on here like they know the crime stats. Listen, you're a fucking idiot. I don't need the crime stats. I can read the street. I did it for 21 years. I have 21 years as a street cop. Oh, he's on the street his whole career. He wasn't. I wanted to be. There's a difference. I was right where I wanted to be. I didn't need the paycheck. I started the job for $25,600 a year. Nothing. I did the job because I had a sense of duty to what I needed to do to clean up my city. My home. I will defend my home. I will. I sit back, I watch these YouTube channels, and I see the breakdowns. I see Donut Operator, he does a great job. Blue Bacon does a great job. But they're reacting to the incidents across the country. I only speak on New York policing. Having all my experience, all 20... I know Bacon's got police experience. I know Donut Operator's got a police experience. But I got 21 years of police every day on the fucking street. Taking the tempo and the beat of the street by being on it. I would do what my partner said. I brought the heat to the street. And we called up a lot. We called the right people. And we didn't know we called the right people until we got back to the station house. Surgical policing, yes. If you can cut a guy loose with a summons on a bullshit charge, please do. But sometimes a guy's got to go through the system on a humble. Let him fucking go. Put him through the system. Paperwork. Who gives a shit? You're getting paid for it anyway. And Chili DeCastro sitting there defending our troops. Well, don't thank the cops. They get paid for this. Chili, I hate to break it to you. I really do. The U.S. Army gets paid. The Marine Corps gets paid. The fucking National Guard gets paid. A friend of mine's kid is in the National Guard. And even his mother calls it the Rinky-Dink Army. His aunt calls it the Rinky-Dink Army. Come on, Chili. Come on. You're just jealous because you couldn't be a cop, could you? No, because you're half a fucking pussy because you backed out of the fight with Chad Goo. Captain Chad Goo of the Ironton Police Department. You backed out of that fight, just like Glenn backed out of that fight with me, just like Glenn backed out of that fight with that uniformed officer. Because he didn't expect the officer to say, yeah, let's go. Let's go right now. Give me the paperwork, I'll sign it, we'll do it right now. And Glenn went running to you go auditors are all fucking talk. But then you come across a cop who puts hands on people for a fucking living. That's what we do. And somebody resists. We go to war with them. You may get away today. You may be lucky every day of that week. We only got to get lucky once. I got lucky with Glenn. He backed down. Captain Goo got lucky with fucking... What the fuck's his name? Chili. He backed down. There's no metal behind that meat. None. The rubber doesn't meet the road with them. At all. But this is like, still, either way you slice it, Chili, how would you stop this 15-year-old girl from getting shot? This is worse than the one in the Bronx. The one in the Bronx, she was on the sidewalk. That was a straight round on the sidewalk. This girl was in her house doing her homework. You can't make this shit up, people. But I was such a... Let's not even go there. Let's not go there. Do not want to start a fight that I don't need to start. But funny how the city was in its most peaceful, prosperous time when I was a cop. I was the right cop at the right time. I was the cop the city needed at the time. Now, you motherfuckers are drowning. Fucking drowning in crime. And somebody will come up here and, buddy, it's called the USR. Uniform Crime Report. That's what it's called. That's what the FBI and the DOJ put out. It's called the USR. Don't say the FBI report. There's an actual title to it. It's USR. You want to hit me with stats? That's great. Come meet me in Brooklyn. We'll take a walk down. I'll have my gun on me and I'll protect myself. And whatever happens to you, happens to you. But crime is up. Take my word for it. Crime is up. People! I am Dust All. These are my discussions. You want to hear something? Me talk about something in New York? Let's do it. You want to see me take a trip? Take pictures somewhere for you? Let's do it. Let's get some dialogue going back and forth. Give me thumbs up or thumbs down. Tell me if you like the show, if you don't like the show. But I'm here for you guys. And I'm giving the voice to the cops who can't say anything because they actually work for the police department. I am retired from the police department. I can call the mayor and the last mayor a fucking scumbag and get away with it. Sorry for my language this time. I really feel bad for this girl. This is the second one in the last month. The second one. I'm getting real tired of this. You know, we have a term for these people. They're called mushrooms. You know, when you play the game Space Invaders and you're trying to hit the space and you hit the mushroom by accident. It said that they actually have an actual term for it. This is not my city anymore. I'm gonna hang on to the last fucking second, but this is not my city anymore. I'm Dutch Dolls. These are my discussions, and most of all, it's Friday. Enjoy your fucking weekend. You might see me, you might not. I don't know. Depends how I feel. I'm doing a lot of motorcycle riding, having a great time. It's nice to be retired. And I can Monday morning quarterback all I want after the facts are in. I have that luxury. I can even get the facts before some people do. Anyway, folks, enjoy your fucking weekend. Later.
Sometimes a day weighs a ton. Sometimes enough is enough. Sometimes I can't see the point. What did I do so wrong?
Santa, you know what I want for Christmas this year?
What?
A big fat